The pandemic exposed deep inequalities in the world of work. Many trade union and workers' rights were violated due to lockdowns and Covid-19 measures. Trade unions helped many workers keep their jobs and income and access social protection. Most violations happened where trade union membership is lower, yet trade union membership is declining in developed and developing countries. So, what's the future for trade unions?
All four scenarios are possible. One is further decline, as I said, and this is possible especially when the unions do not find a way to create more support among young people. Then inevitably you have further decline. The other scenario is that unions will become organizations that only represent workers in the formal sector, in the public sector, or maybe in some large organization. It is possible, but of course it is also self-defeating. Then the scenario that unions will be replaced, not totally, but for a large part, by other types of organizations that somehow speak for workers. It is also possible, and it's already happening here and there. And then, of course, the fourth one is, do unions somehow find ways to rejuvenate, revitalize, and so on? I hold these four scenarios for equally possible, so we should be prepared for each of them.
The future of trade unions will depend upon their responses to the pandemic.
We can consider the COVID-19 crisis not just as a threat, but also as an opportunity for the revitalization of the labor movement that has been in the decline for several decades now. Revitalization should be understood as innovating tactics and coalitions to reinforce trade unions as strong, relevant, democratic, and representative actors in organizing and serving the new and stable workforce in the global North and South.
Trade unions need innovative strategies to organize and defend all workers and to ensure inclusive and effective social dialogue. At the 2021 International Labour Conference, constituents adopted a global call to action for a human-centred recovery that will avoid long-term scarring of economies and societies.
Going forward, we need to look beyond what may seem to be overwhelming events that are affecting trade unions around the world. The future, no matter how bleak it may seem now, is not something which is exogenous, but is one that can and needs to be shaped by the labor movement towards a more equitable and a fairer world of work.
Now it is time to act. ACTRAV helps trade unions meet the challenges they face. Together we can build back better from the Covid-19 pandemic towards a world with decent work and social justice for all.